Hello everyone, welcome to Yoga Upload. I'm Aylward. Today's video is a pose tutorial on side plank, Vasisthasana. We'll go through proper alignment in the pose, how to get into it and how to hold it, at the same time avoiding the common issues one might encounter in the pose. We'll also cover the benefits of doing side plank. We'll go through some modifications you can do to make the pose more accessible if you're still building strength towards the full pose. Also different versions of it depending on your needs and preferences. And of course, some fun variations you can explore if you want to make the pose more challenging. Let's go through proper alignment. What is the basic shape of the pose that we're going for? It's helpful to think of your side plank as mountain pose in a different orientation. It's a long line from your heels all the way up to the crown of your head, and you're working your entire body. So typically you'll come into it from your plank. So establish a strong plank, long line from heels to crown, engaging legs, core, and upper body. Move your hand towards the middle of the mat a little bit as you turn your feet to the side, and maintain that long line from heels to crown, just like in plank, just like in mountain pose. Last step is to maybe add your top arm up. You can keep gazing forward or down at the floor, or maybe look up at your top hand. Now there are three things that we should avoid when we're in our side plank. First is sagging hips. So here, if the strength isn't there yet, sometimes the hips tend to dip down. So you want to keep the hips up, really push your mat away with both feet and your bottom arm, bottom hand. Second thing is dumping all the weight on your arm. That's why your arm gets super tired in side plank. It might be because you're not engaging the feet and the legs and the core. So you need to involve your whole body in the pose. The third potential problem that I see is when you place your hand or your wrist kind of behind the shoulder. So you want that wrist to be even slightly forward of the shoulder when you're up in your side plank. See, the wrist is not way down here. It's going to be a little further forward of your shoulder. So as you can see, it really is a full body pose. The benefits are for the upper body, the core, and the lower body. We strengthen our shoulders, our arms, and our wrists. We build strength in the core. We get into the deepest layer of our abdominal muscles, as well as the internal and external obliques. And of course, we also work the legs and the feet. Aside from building strength in the entire body, another benefit of side plank is improving balance and coordination. You are just standing on one arm, so that greatly improves your balance. It's very important to keep your gaze steady at one spot, just like in any of your standing balance poses. You can look down at the floor to make it a little easier, or you can gaze forward, or gazing up would be the most challenging option. Even that small tweak of gazing up will really change the pose for you and challenge your balance even more. Here are some options for you if you need to make the pose a little more accessible. You can have one knee on the ground, extend your top leg, and then you can reach your left arm up. You can again experiment with where you gaze. And even here with one knee down, you can make it more challenging by lifting the top leg. This is a great way to build strength towards the full side plank. Another thing you can do if you can't put weight on your wrists is to be on your elbow and do a side elbow plank. You'll have your forearm parallel to the short edge of your mat. Same principles apply. Work the feet, the legs, the core. Keep the hips lifted, long line from heels to crown. Another thing is to come into all fours, step your left foot forward in this case, and turn the left toes out to the left, lift the right knee up, and turn your right toes to the left. So you have this different variation of a side plank. You just have a little bit more support with that left foot that's on the ground and the left knee bent. Now, if you have a strong and stable side plank, then you can explore some different variations. Usually you'll have your feet staggered side by side, but you can stack your feet to make the pose a little more challenging. You can also lift that top leg. Other things you can do are tree pose with that top leg. and possibly an extended hand to big toe. All these poses and variations have been featured in some of my yoga class videos, so I'll link some of those videos below if you're interested in trying them out. I hope that was helpful. If you have any comments or requests for other pose tutorials, make sure to write that in the comments below. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.